So what's up, you guys? It's Flock. Um, so about that money pool idea that I have going on, I think me and Frost are going to initially be the first ones to put anything into the pot. And like I said, it's for people who you're going to have to make a video of yourself. You got to know you pretty well in order to be a part of it, or get to know you pretty well. And it's for like emergency things, or if you if you want to spend $10 out of the pot to get some food, something like that. You just would have to show some receipts. If somebody needed a laptop or something like that, we'd all pitch in to donate to get them their laptop so that they can continue working or whatever it is that they're doing. But in the long run, it's just to give people a sense of security that they have, a couple extra bucks right there that they can pull on. But you would have to ask the group if you're going to be spending like more than 100 or 200 bucks or whatever out of the account. I think, $10 out of, if we have like a $500 pot or something like that, or $1,000 in the pot, you can spend $10 on something to eat, not really have to mention anything. But like I said, the way it would work, we'd all have joint accounts into one account, and everyone would have their own PIN. So if anybody pulled something out of the pot of it, we'd be able to see who pulled what based off their PIN number, and we'd all have everyone's PIN numbers written down. I mean, not a PIN number, but we'd all have their ID number for that account, so that we know what's going on within the account. But like I said, it's going to have to be people who are trustworthy and trying to achieve goals and stuff like that. Like, there's a lot of us who don't really need shit. Like me, I don't need shit. I don't need clothes. I just bought a new couch. I've got 2 cars. I've got weed growing, so I've got money coming in from that. But this is for just a sense of security for anyone else. Yo, what's up, Tracy? But if anybody is interested, like I said, we'll probably end up starting it on the 1st. Me and Frost are definitely going to initiate this and start it up. But if more people want to get involved in it, you just have to let us know. Like I said, you'd have to make a video showing your face. We got to be able to trust you. You've got to be part of the group. That you don't got to be part of Haters Inc. or anything like that, but you just got to kind of be trustworthy within that group of Haters Inc. And we'd go from there. In the long run, though, we can achieve goals like getting together and having a little party for us and stuff like that. If we saved up enough money, get everyone plane tickets to meet up somewhere, someplace nice or something like that. Maybe even get a timeshare somewhere or some shit. I've already thought about getting a timeshare myself. For $300 you can get a nice timeshare down in Florida, actually, which isn't too bad for $300 a month or whatever the fuck. I think it's $300 every 6 months, and you get to go once a year to a nice little fucking spot out there. But it's just an idea that we came up with, and I want to get more people aware of it. I think Frost is eventually going to do a stream herself about the money pool idea and how it all would work. It's not like it's a scam, because everyone's got their own PIN number. If you feel like you put your money in and you feel like maybe you didn't want to be part of it, you can always pull your account out. Well, that's the thing, Tracy. Contributing isn't that big of a deal. Even $20, at the end of the month or whatever, you put $20 in at the end of the month, you got to remember you're getting back too. So it's all towards a goal. Like I said, there's lots of us who don't need shit but have extra. We have excess. So I've got extra money too myself. I save up, and I don't really buy anything. I'll spend a couple bucks on a video game, go get some clothes and stuff like that. But I've got plenty of clothes now. Everything's taken care of at the house. I've got extra money coming in. So a lot of it, will go towards helping people like you if you needed something important. Let's say you broke your phone or something like that, you could email one of us and say, hey, look, there's a phone for $100 at Walmart. I'd like to go get it, and you go ahead and go get it. Simple as that. Contributing is a small little thing. It's not much, but it adds up. Like, I'd be putting $10 every now and then whenever I've got it or something like that. So would Frost. Frost was talking about initially piling on either $500 or $1,000 into the pot just to have people be able to pull from so that we can help. That's the whole idea of it. Is first, me and Frost, I think, we would put the money into it and then let people take out of it first. And then they can, from there, if you feel like you've got a couple bucks to donate back because, we've been generous, it's kind of like a pay it forward type thing. But the most important part is that everyone has to be, trustworthy within the group. Yeah, some of us are. You know, I'm not going to lie, Tracy. There are a lot of people within the Haters Inc. group who are slandering the name, making it look like we are just straight bigot haters, like that's all we care about. When that's not true. You know, there are some people in the group who are sending pizzas to fucking, what's his name, to, you know, sending pizzas and shit like that and stalking and all that kind of shit. I'm not about that. I don't do that kind of stuff. I've never been about that. I don't make alternate accounts and stalk people's accounts. You know what I mean? I don't. If I ever did make an alternate account, you would definitely know it was me because I'd let you know it was me. But I've never been into that kind of shit. Oh hell no, no, it's not. It's not cool at all. It gives us a bad name. You know what I mean? It really does, and it's kind of a way too to filter out who's who's good in the group, who's trustworthy and stuff like that. You notice I don't even really make like hater videos, kind of like, you know, Khajiit makes comedy hater videos and other people make hater videos that, you know, got a little bit of comedy to them. I just kind of keep it real. I don't edit my shit. I could, you know, I could easily learn how to edit videos and start doing that kind of stuff, but that's just not me. I don't even care for my subs. I don't, you know, I mean, I care for my subs, the ones that I have. That's the thing too, is keeping it real. The subs that you get, you actually do care for because they're good people. But you do get some random subs that just pop up and you're like, who the fuck is this guy? I don't even know who you are. Kind of sucks you can't get rid of subs, you know what I mean? You can't just like kick a sub out of your shit and block them. But you know, I also was talking about how I'm not going to make videos about Tyree, and I've laid off doing that. It still fucking sucks watching him and then all his talking shit, you know what I mean? It's a bunch of bullshit. Talking about how he's going to expose most of us and stuff. What the fuck he's going to expose? There ain't shit to expose about it, most of these people. A lot of us are hardworking individuals with, you know, good minds. And we're actually, like, think things through, and we have logic and stuff. You know, I consider Khajiit to be one of the most important people, actually, because he really does approach everything logically. Although he hasn't shown himself yet, I know there's a reason for it. You know, Troll TV finally did an exposure video where he showed himself. I always knew what Troll TV looked like. You know, a long time ago, me and Troll TV, we were beefing because I thought he was obsessed with Charlie, and I was like a little bit younger then and kind of naive and stuff, and I was calling him obsessed and shit like that, and we kind of got into it on the internet for a while. But then I was the one who just said, you know what, this is fucking stupid. I don't know why we're doing this, and we became really good friends off of it. Yeah, I try to. Khajiit hasn't popped up in the chat yet, myself. But I really want to get this money pool thing going just to help people out, you know. It's more to help people and help achieve goals. Like I was saying, if Tone Space needed a new microphone or any software for his music, especially something like that, investing in somebody's music, it's a big thing. We could do that. You know, anybody who needed like clothes and stuff like that, you can easily do something like that to help them. Get them some clothes, you know, let them spend a couple $100 on clothes and then show the receipts and what they bought. And it would be cool because, you know, you're watching people grow, and it takes money to make money, and sometimes it's nice just to have that little bit of security, you know, to let people know that, hey, there's an account here that you guys can pull out of. You know, we don't expect much out of it for everybody, you know, especially people who are really in need of help, and that's what we're there for. That's what we're trying to do. It's just an idea to bring everyone closer together and establish, you know, another form of communication and another form of trust, and kind of weed out all the bad people who are, you know, the circle would get tighter within that money pool. All the people who start joining it and really contributing and seeing that it actually works and stuff. I mean, you look at Tyree Speed over in Japan, he's getting for fucking money. He's getting money just based off of wanting to contribute to be able to stay in the channel and shit. It's kind of pathetic to me. He ain't got no goal, and he ain't ever gonna give back to anybody either. He would. I think he would ever give anybody anything. He's the type of guy, he would say to a homeless man, I work hard for my money. And it's like, he's just asking for it, getting handouts. He wouldn't even get a homeless man $1, I guarantee it. He's too bigot. Yeah, of course. Yeah, right, Tracy? Exactly. That's the whole point of it, too, is it kind of weeds out the circle. You know? I think if HFH would be interested in it, I think that Khajiit would probably be interested. Even Troll TV was saying that he would be interested. He says it's a good idea, but I don't know how his funds are and what he would do. You know, if we needed to help him out too, I would have no problem helping Troll TV out. But it's a really good idea. I think it'll work. Like I said, me and Frost, we want to try and get it started at the first of the month. Hey, how many people does it say are in the chat right now? Is it just you? Because I can't see all that shit. I don't know how to check on that through this app. I'm pretty sure there's a way to do it, to check who's in chat. Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised not many people have showed up. Plus, it's, well, Memorial Day is over, but people are probably going to bed and shit. Yeah, I came downtown to see if anything was going on, and there ain't shit. What are these people doing? They have been going round and around and around the block. It's like their fourth time coming through. Oh well. I was hoping maybe Tone Space would stream or something. There ain't nobody else streaming, so I was like, fuck it, I'll start up a stream and see if people want to jump in. There's not many people from Frost's channel that actually know about me, but they know who I am in the channel, but they don't know about my channel that I actually, you know, stream and shit. Yeah, that kind of stuff happens. YouTube's a little shoddy. After they did that update where they made it so you need to have 2,000 subs in order to be able to stream, everything kind of went a little bit weird. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt. That's like Charles Wofford or Tyree Sneed or somebody like that. One of those guys. Yeah, there's a guy that subbed up to me, that, or it might be Luciola. He might be dropping a dislike every time he sees my channel. There's somebody that's been doing that. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about the dislikes. Especially if they don't say anything in the fucking chat. What the fuck's the point? If you're not going to come in and listen to what I have to say or anything, what's the point of just dropping a dislike based off the fact? And if you don't like me, you know, you might as well say something. Tell me what I could change to make it better for you, you know what I mean? Although I'm not here for people's entertainment, like I said before. I'm not really an entertaining person. I'm not trying to entertain people. You know, I was going through Bruce Lee quotes, and he said, "The person who has to show off that's a fool's glory," and that's like Charles Wofford and Dion Smo and stuff trying to show off their martial arts skills. I mean, I do it too, but I actually know a lot of shit with the staff, and I know a lot of shit with the cane now, and I'm getting better and better the more and more I keep practicing. But I'm not putting all my fucking practicing videos out there and making little videos of me kicking shit and stuff like that. You know, once you get good, that's the time to maybe start making training videos, once you're actually good at martial arts. But as you can see with Charles Wofford, he's really just like digging into it and learning now. And no lie, he's too old, man. Oh, Siobhan, so what we would do, yeah, you would definitely be a good part of this. I think that you would agree, and I think that that guy would like this idea too. So what we're going to do, me and Frost want to put together a money pool, right? And in this money pool, everyone's going to have a pin to the account. And you just contribute whatever you can into the account for, you know, a lot of us already have shit. Like me, I've got everything that I need, and I've got extra money just kind of laying around. I don't really know what to do with it all. So I'm going to throw it into this account, same with Frost, and help people out pretty much. People who want to join up into the money pool, if they need something like a phone or clothing or anything like that, they can withdraw funds, but they would have to ask us first and say, this is what I'm buying, and then show receipts of what they bought. You know, something like that. Just pretty much putting together like a safety blanket for people who, you know, could be going, somebody needs to pay their bills. And the bigger the money pool gets and the more trust we get within it, the more and more we'll be able to help each other out with things like bills and stuff like that, or even maybe getting somebody a little hoopty if they need a car. You know, they're taking the bus to work and they need like a little $900 car. You know, we would look around for them. They could show us like where they're buying and all that kind of stuff. Damn, really, Tracy? Yeah, see, we could do something like that. A refrigerator would be easy to get you, you know, seriously. That'd be something that we could definitely get you. You know, and that's the thing, too, is once you actually see it start working, people would be like, damn, these fools are actually putting together something that actually works. It's not just, we're not asking for handouts. It's money that's giving back to everybody, like pay it forward, you know what I mean? It's a great idea, and it's a great way to bring everyone together who's really trustworthy in the group and make us bond better and actually give us a sense of, you know, like I was saying too, even in the long run, the goal would be like we could end up having a party with each other. We could meet up somewhere and, you know, buy plane tickets to go out places and stuff like that, or get a timeshare somewhere and have, you know, little hater group meetings and stuff. It'd be pretty cool. That's like a long-term goal, but for short-term shit, it would just be literally helping each other out. Helping a person in need with the money that's in the account. And you know, it would be simple because it'd be on one account through like PayPal or something like that, or JPay, and everybody's got a pin to that account, so if anybody withdraws, we can all see in the trust who withdrew from that, and we'll know who that belongs to. So if somebody tries to come in and just take all the money out of the account, we'd know who it was, and then you can kick them off the account through majority rules. Yeah, exactly. See, now we've got three people, and I know there's more too. Like HFH, I think would want to be a part of this. Troll TV was saying he'd. Well, that's five people right there. You know, so we already can consider you in, which you know that's a given. We already trust you so much. Oh, you should look into getting one of them little mini fridges. They're not very expensive. For like $60, you can get yourself a little mini fridge for now. You know, just to store like little bits of meat and soda and stuff like that. Yeah, you do. You need a fridge. You can't live without one, and that's true. Yeah, you can't live without a refrigerator. That's terrible. You know, you'd feel a lot better if you had one, even if it was just a little mini fridge. You'd feel good about it. But like we said, you know, if you got you a fridge, you'd have to show the receipt of the fridge that you got. And that's another thing too, is once the funds are already in the account, pride doesn't take a hold of people. You know what I mean? Like people could be prideful and say, "Oh no, I'm okay. I don't want to ask for a handout." But it's not a handout, and don't be prideful about it. Let us help. You know, let the group help and build the group up better and bigger, you know? Yeah, exactly. That's pride though, Tracy. You're not taking money. There's somebody's helping you with an item. You know, it's not like they're just saying, "Oh, here's $500, go get a fridge." They'd order the fridge for you. You know, like Seobin would be able to just order you a fridge, say, "Okay, it'll be delivered this time." You know, simple as that. And that ain't shit. All we're doing is helping somebody, which feels good. You got to let people help sometimes because it makes them feel good too. I like helping people myself. I really do. It makes me feel good, like I've accomplished something instead of spending my own money on me all the time. You know, that's what money's for. Is if you have enough of it, you can help people with it. And that's what you should do. It's how you build up. You know, you can build up an empire like that by having people trust you and being honest, or you can just fucking take and take and take from everybody, which is a bullshit way to do things, I think. But you know, if you get an offer like that, especially from Seobin, she would help you definitely. I know Seobin, you know, she's well off. She's got a nice house, she's got her cars, she's well taken care of. You know, you see her, she spends her money on food and stuff too, like I do, you know. I sometimes I go out and I get myself, well, not fast food, but I'll go to a restaurant or something and, you know, get food like that. But I can easily eat at home and take that money that I've been spending on myself on things that I don't really need and turn it around and help somebody and gain, you know, you gain not just trust but also respect that way, and you gain a bondage that way. You know, you start bonding and learning more about each other's lives. And exactly, now it's time to get back. You know, that happens. You help people out and you get back too. You get what you put in. You know, if I was you, if Seobin's truthful, and I'm sure she is too, if you trust her with your shit, you know, hit her up on a DM or whatever, give her your address, and she'll look it up, and I guarantee you she'll find you a fridge and have it, you know, delivered to your house, and it'll be delivered in like a week or so. That ain't shit, you know, that's just helping someone out. It's not like she's giving you $500 that she doesn't know what you're going to do with. She could easily just order the fridge for you from Amazon or something like that, and then send it to your house. You know, and I think Seobin's a pretty trustworthy lady. You know, she ain't gonna jip you or do nothing like that to you. She has no reason to, you know, like I'm saying. That's one thing too, is a lot of us, we don't have any reason to fucking take from anybody or try and jip anybody. There's no reason to. You know, a lot of us have everything that we want and we're happy. You know? You know what I'm saying? But I do think it's a good idea to, you know, simple things like that. Like even I was asking Tone Space last night, like, what would you need right now? What are the things that you would need? And he's like looking around. And if yeah, I know. Seoben is a good lady. She is, you know. I really want to know what happened to your channel, though. Did you just take it down just based off of, like, getting tired of fucking with everybody and all the hate and shit? Because, I mean, we all like going into the channel and talking. You could have turned it into a radio show or something different, you know. You could have turned that into a different direction. Because you did have a lot of people. You know, you would have 20 people in the chat at a time. You know, the thing is, too, is I would not doubt that somebody like Charles Wofford or Tyree Sneed would steal this money pool idea. But they're greedy people. You couldn't trust them because they would take the money out and spend it on themselves. You know, that's the whole point, is that's why me and Frost would be the first ones to contribute into the money pile, to say, look, the money's there if you guys want to be part of it, and you need something, pull out first, and then later on, when you've got it, give back, you know? It's a patient thing. It's not like that money needs to be anywhere at any time, you know? It's not an investment towards anything but to help people. Tracy, just say yes, okay, and then give her your information, and she could start looking, you know. Shit, Seoben, what you should do is just start looking on Amazon right now for like a little fridge for her and see how much they cost, and say, look, I found one for this much money, and there you go. You know, it doesn't got to be some expensive, exactly, yeah, it doesn't got to be some super expensive. Just get you something to get by, you know what I mean? Any fridge is better than not having a fridge, you know? I'm sure Amazon will have something or some kind of deal. Or if you go to Frigidaire.com, they probably have fridges for like $300 to $400 or something like that. I mean, you could look for some shit on Craigslist or something like that, but I really don't trust those kind of sites. I'd rather get a legitimate source, because you're buying from some tweaker who stole it or some shit on Craigslist. Somebody looking for money to get high, some shit like that. I'll be right back, ladies. I gotta relieve myself. You know, that's another thing too, is I think that this money pool idea is a great way to say to people, like, look, we're like the main contributors to Haters Inc. We're not mean people. It's not what our goal is. If you deserve some hate, we'll give it to you, you know? And then we do got our little minions like fucking Khajiit that'll make videos and edit and stuff like that. There are those minions out there that'll harass you in that aspect. But for the most part, you know, we're a pretty tight-knit group, and we're all developing a friendship and a certain amount of trust and communication and shit. And it's nice to have that, you know? It's nice to have that outlet of people that'll trust you, you know? It really is. It makes you feel good, you know, having a support group kind of in a way that you can rely on to give you good information, give you honest opinions about things that are going on in life, not dick you around and shit, you know. It's a great feeling. That's why I really appreciate a lot of the people in the, you know, in the channels. Even though a lot of the time, you know, I'll comment and then I'm not really paying attention to the comment section anymore because I'm doing other stuff. You know, I've been pretty busy hitting the gym. I really wish I had a fucking support group for my gym. I've been looking for one. I'm thinking about just talking to people in the gym who I see working out by themselves and say, look, man, here's my phone number. If you're going to go to the gym and I haven't showed up, call me and say, hey, man, you need to come to the gym. You need to show up. Because I'm not going to lie, when you're going to the gym steadily and then all of a sudden you fucking stop going for a day. You think that you could miss the next day, and then it just gets worse and worse. I think the most I've missed, though, is 4 days out of my 8 months that I've had my membership so far. But I really would love to have a support group. Yeah, exactly. That's true, you know, Tracy. I definitely think that that's true. They think that we're just a whole bunch of, bunch of trolls. A lot of them are. I mean, like I said, there are those ones that are giving us a bad name by sending videos out and editing videos and sending pizzas to Dream and doing all that kind of shit and fucking with people's jobs and shit like that. I mean, that's what Tyree's doing, though. Tyree's literally trying to... You know, that's the thing, too, is I don't understand. Tyree Sneed is sitting there talking about he really doesn't care about what people say about him and stuff, but then again, he's trying to get people to get personal information on these people and try and, you know, ruin their lives. It's not like we ruined his. He did it himself. If he takes responsibility for himself and says, yeah, you know, I've been an asshole, it was my problem, the reason why I attracted so much hate, then he would know, you know. He won't take responsibility for what he said and what he's done. Which is like one of the first steps to actually getting out of that fucking hater thing, you know. You don't see me being hated on all the time. People don't make hater videos about me. I haven't seen any fucking hater videos about me on the internet. Yeah, I know, Julian. I saw him on live. You know, I still watch a little bit of his stuff, but I don't pay attention too much. I can't. There's just really, like, nothing that you can do. I think this guy's coming to check on my car. I just need to let him know, like, hey, that's my car right there. I'm good. Yeah, there's a security guy right there. I might have to talk to this guy real quick, but ain't a big thing. It's been a pretty good stream, 27 minutes going on. I was going to drive to the top of the UNM parking garage and get a look at the view before I go home. So I think I'll probably end up doing that. I'm going to leave this stream on though so that you guys can talk to each other and figure this out. Alright, Tracy? I don't want to completely cut you guys off when you guys are in the middle of this. And Julian, that's all he ever does, man. That's all fucking Tyree Sneed is a big mouth. And he talks about how everyone's jealous of their success and all this shit. Here we are trying to give back because we have been successful. You know, I feel like I've been a big success. Even though I don't work, I still make excess money. I have enough money left over at the end of the month to where I can go do something fun. You know, how do you think I took my trip out to LA and shit? I mean, I'm not going to lie, my sister blessed me too because she loves me and she gave me like $300 to help me because on the way out there I stopped by Vegas. I think she gave me another $200 too on the way back. My sister makes $130,000 a year from home working for Zynga. Could you imagine that? $130,000 a year working from home on your own hours. She knows she can choose when she wants to work. That's fucking amazing. She earned that. She loves it. Although she has become quite a recluse. She doesn't talk to anybody anymore. She's not going out or doing anything. Yeah, it really is. She fucking loves it. She absolutely loves it. She's a big Kratom head too. She takes Kratom, but not like Dream does. I think she likes to take Kratom and drink wine, and then it helps her get into her writing. She's one of the only writers for Zynga right now. She's writing the storylines for stuff. You know, like microtransaction games, and she gets bonuses. She doesn't have any royalties yet, but she should be getting a raise if their next game that she's working on is a success. Because those microtransaction games, they're iffy. Some people, you know, are iffy about them. But if you find one that's addicting and people really like them and they're willing to pay, kind of like that Boom Beach game, that game was a big thing and people were paying for it to get their bases built and stuff. But, you know, if she... Zynga's been a successful company anyways. They're all over Facebook, you know, like Zynga Poker and stuff like that. But she writes the story for, like, the RPGs, like the Zynga RPGs and shit. Oh, I'm sure it is. You know, that's the thing, too, is that because she's my sister, and I know, you know, I know her really well, and we have good communication back and forth, she could teach me what she's doing and maybe get me a job with them and say, look, I've taught my brother everything that he needs to know, the programs that I use, what needs to be written. Although she's very, very, very educated, she reads tons and tons and tons. And I mean, the only reading I really do is on the internet, but it still is enough. I could write stories and shit like that, and I've got good punctuation and good spelling and everything. But she's just amazing, She like reads the Lord of the Rings like once a month and all that crap. She literally like lives in the Lord of the Rings. She loves those books, and she reads she reads everything, anything she can get her fucking hands on. She's reading it. She got that from my father. She really got a lot of my father's traits. I got my mom's traits. My mom's kind of crazy. She's doing a lot better now. She finally got herself a place about 4 years ago and living on her own. Yeah, everybody's heard of Zynga. Like I said, they're a really big company. Shit, if they're willing to pay their employers $130,000 a year, you gotta imagine what the CEOs and shit are making. That's one thing too, is when I was a kid, I was going to juvenile hall and getting locked up, and I got caught in the system for ditching school, and I got put on a SARB contract and all kinds of shit, and my life was just completely fucked up, and I was an evil kid. I was really bad. I didn't care about anybody. I was like sociopathic as a kid. No. I lived out in San Diego for about 11 years. And then I moved to LA and was homeless actually almost the whole time I lived in LA. I ended up living at this place we called The Grime, which was this guy named Dick John. He was a hoarder, and he just let all of us kids run amok in his house, man. We were all tweaking and smoking meth in his bathroom, and there was a lot of us. It was kind of like the Lost Boys, but out of fucking like literally, we used to call it the Lost Boys Grime. That's what we called that place. And we ran amok there for a long time, and he always let us come back, even though we would fuck up and steal shit from the house and everything. He always let us come back. And I lived there for probably about 4 years. But I was homeless for 5 years out in LA, living under a bridge, tweaking, had my ex-girlfriend with me. She got pregnant and had an ectopical pregnancy, and it was fucked up. It was a real fucked up moment in my life, but yeah, not that many people do. You couldn't tell, because I'm a pretty educated guy. I educated myself a lot. I went to prison for 4 years, and I learned a lot. I thought of prison instead of getting into the politics and messing with all the homeboys and shit. I mean, I did a little bit of that, smoking sticks and getting with the homeboys and chilling and making wine and all that. But most of the time, I was working out and reading and drawing. And I thought of it like a time capsule. Like, I'm going to come out of here 10 times better than anybody else, because it's a time capsule. I'm just going to learn. I'm going to get my brain right. And that's kind of what I did. And then the day that I got off parole, I moved straight out here. I didn't even tell my parole officer. I just literally moved. And because my father's a disabled veteran, we never thought we were going to see each other again. I definitely went to go live with him. So I've been living with my pops. I mean, I'm not going to say I'm not living. I'm on my own and I'm independent. I live with my dad. But he's a disabled veteran, and we take care of each other. I've saved my dad's life twice now. Because he's diabetic, and he went into diabetic ketosis a few times, and I called the ambulance and actually caught it because he wasn't coming out of his room for too long. He's got a routine, and I know what it is, and 2 times he got off his routine, and I went in to check on him, and he's when the diabetic ketoacidosis happens, he turns pale, and he kind of paralyzes him. He gets paralyzed for a little bit and stuff like that, and I was able to call the ambulance, and they saved his life. They even said if I would have waited 10 more minutes, he probably would have died right there on the bed. But he's been making sure he's really careful. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing too, is like people will say, oh, you're living off your dad or whatnot, but it's like not like that. Me and my dad, when I was homeless, man, I didn't see him for 15 years about that. And he never thought he was going to see me again. He thought I was going to spend the rest of my life in and out of prison, and that, he was going to die not even seeing me again. So the opportunity arose to where I got better, and I was like, fuck it, let me come live with you and get away from LA and shit. It gave me a good chance to start over, and everything's worked out real great. We're real happy together. I love my dad. We're still talking about what I'm going to do when he dies, but I think that me growing pot will be a big thing because I'm really good at it. I know what I'm doing. I just need to get a bigger space. And my uncle, You know, he's got $7.5 million, and he invests in stuff like that. And once I show him, you know, my uncle didn't like me when I was a kid. There was a moment where some shit happened, and he told me, I don't want to talk to you for 5 years, and that 5 years passed, and we started talking again, and he's 67, I believe. I think he's 67 years old. Yeah. Might be 68. We don't really celebrate his birthday. It just comes and goes. The only way I know it's his birthday is through Facebook when it pops up. But I think he's 68. But he's doing a lot better now. He stopped drinking so much. You know, he used to drink like a fish. He was drinking hard liquor, and he's doing good for himself. You know, we still have little issues that happen every now and then, but I've gotten a lot better. He used to say that I had anxiety and that I was having panic attacks, but I really found out that it was his low blood sugar and the way that he handled things when I would try and talk to him. And it hasn't happened since. And I even told him, I was like, you know what? A counselor told me a long time ago is that if somebody's having an anxiety attack, you don't tell them about it. You don't mention that, hey, you're having a panic attack, you're having an anxiety attack, because if they're not, they're just being truthful and honest and talking normally, then it can cause one. And I told him, don't be doing that to me. You can't put this on me and try and say that I'm the one who's having a problem when it's you, Dad. I guarantee it's you, it's not me. I was like, watch. And it literally happened. Something happened with his medication, and it evened him out in the mornings where he's not having low blood sugar and he doesn't get that attitude that he used to get. We haven't had an argument in a long time because of that shit. And I even told him, I've been trying to tell him, like, see, it wasn't me, Dad, it was you. You know, and then you're mistaking it for me having a panic attack, blaming it on me when it's your own problem. And I already knew that. Yeah, I think he's got like 10 more years left, but I've even told him, I was like, Dad, I'm not going to be that guy to change your diapers when you get old. We're putting you in a home when you get senile. He already agrees, though. He's like, no, I'll never have you guys doing that. I don't want you guys to see me like that. I was like, yeah, of course. He even got to the point where he told me the other day, we were talking like 2 days ago, and he said, you know, if I feel really bad and it's comes to worst, what we'll do is have a family get together and say, okay, I'm going. And he'll take a bunch of medication and die in his sleep. And he's like, oh, you know, people do it all the time. It's not, you know, he doesn't want to die in pain and die shitting himself in a bed and stuff like that. So, I kind of agreed with him. I was like, yeah, well, I guess that would be the best way to go. He's like, yeah, you know, you guys would all get to say your goodbyes and know what to do and expect it and plan beforehand. I'll be right back, you guys. Tracy, don't give your info over the stream. If you can, give it to her on Messenger or something, or email her. Don't do it over the stream. Unless you want to, and then I can delete it real quick. Because that's always an option. I can delete the stream if you give her your info here, but I wouldn't do that. Yeah, give it to her through email. Then I don't gotta delete the stream, because there's a lot of good points that I made in this stream, and people will probably end up going over. Although the stream's really long, people don't like to rewatch streams like this. Oh, look, there she goes, giving her email out on stream. You're going to start receiving all these fucking emails from horny men. It's going to be random. I don't have any mods in here, too, which would be real easy to, you could give her the email and then just delete it so it doesn't appear on stream later. Fucking Julian. He said, I'm crying. Here they come, Tracy. They're gonna come marching through that door like it's the thing to fucking do. Goddamn, look at these fucking ladies just giving out all kinds of phone numbers and email addresses and everything. Jesus goddamn Christ. Y'all are messy. That is some sloppy work. I need to start getting, I need to start putting mods in my channel, which I need to stream from home, get people in the chat, and then start modding them up from my computer, because I can't do it from here. This fucking app is really wonky. You know, I don't understand it either. How the hell does YouTube do this to us? Make it so you gotta have 1,000 subs to stream, but yet again, you can go to fucking Ustream and just stream like this, using the YouTube platform. It makes no fucking sense. You think they would eventually find a way around it. Yeah, no lie, Julian. People can do a lot with your email address. They can fucking do a lot. You know, that's where they can send you viruses. Really easy as fuck. If someone knows your email address, man, they can send you a virus on a link, and you're stupid enough to click on it, and boom. You know, you got a worm or something like that. My car's been good there. Well, now that you guys got all that taken care of, I'm going to cut the stream off here, 40 minutes, and head up to the UNM parking garage and chill for a little bit. I'll start the stream back up when I get up there. But now that you guys got all your information together and all that, all right, I'm out.